Yo, yo, yo. How we doing? We back. I'm back with another episode. Yeah, yeah. I feel like I can move that slightly. I don't look like it's gonna let me. Beautiful. Alright, cool. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Hey everybody. What's today? It's Sunday morning. Sunday morning. Alright, let's get to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, number one, I would like to say thank you for coming back. This one, we just going super relaxation, you know. Uh, this one I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make this a freestyle podcast. And you might say, what do I mean by freestyle podcast? This is gonna be like a brain highlighting label podcast. Meaning, like, sometimes I won't even speak in full sentences. I mean, I will, but I'm just gonna be like, just keyword talk. Just keyword talk, that's all. And I want to be real shout outy. Yeah, yeah, I did it again. But yeah, I want to be real shout outy. It made me realize that a lot of people, it has nothing to do about the flowers, but a lot of people influence have, power that they don't even know they have, that they've inspired, whatever the case may be. And to be honest, I just want to, give credit where credit is due, but also show power where power was emitted, even when the what is the thing that gives out power? I was about to say the controllant, but that's it's a scientific term, but not necessarily the same meaning. But yeah, random thought. So I'm gonna talk about this, just so everybody can grow and have common sense going forward. There was this notion in the world, and you've heard exactly what this notion is. Could be a joke, could be a question, but it goes, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Okay. Now, I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to say, what came first, the chicken or the egg? And now, with that being said, I'm going to give you about 15 to 20, 25 seconds of silence for you to think of an answer. Then I'm going to tell you the actual real answer. No bullshitting, no this, the actual real answer. And go ahead. Your thinking starts now. I'm breaking down, by the way. Today I'm smoking some, two purples actually. I'm smoking a London pound cake. And I'm smoking purple breath. Now, I actually got something to say about London pound cake. We'll get back to the thing I just said in a minute. I smoked some a long time ago, and it was not good. Well, it just, it was weak. It was whack, nothing. So when my guy told me he had London pound cake, I was not excited. Dispatch. To be honest, I smoked 2 blunts yesterday, and I still don't have a really good grasp on this weed. I know that sounds crazy. So it's morning time now. I'm sipping my wine, sipping tea, and yeah, we getting it in, man. That's another thing. I sip. When I was a kid, my stepmom never liked it, but I sip. That's who I am. That's what I do. I sip. All right, back to the egg, chicken and the egg. All right, so I'm gonna give you the answer. All right, the answer is the egg, right? And in doing so, with this conversation, I also want to get to the human that came first. That wasn't a baby first. We'll get to that in a minute too. But basically, what I'm saying is the chicken came first, right? Now, the reason I say the chicken came first is because of common sense, right? First of all, you got to think of a few things within the question. Think about the question itself. The question says, what came first, the chicken or the egg? All right. If you step outside the question, step outside the situation, step outside the joke or the whatever, you look around and there's chickens in your reality, right? Okay, cool. So if there's chickens in your reality and they ask what came first, the chicken or the egg, it's contingent upon reality to some type of degree. So if you look at reality, reality tells you that, okay, a full-grown chicken, what happens with a full-grown chicken? It's either going to get found by a human, eaten by indigenous people instantly, maybe cooked, prepared. Somebody else may shoot it, maybe not even. Only thing you got to shoot a turkey. Chicken, you could just cut the neck, waste the bullets. It's of no real danger to you. So basically, yeah. With an egg has to be sat on by a chicken in order, or it's just grabbed and picked up and ate by a squirrel, a lizard, a snake, or a human, anybody else that will eat a fucking egg. So what comes first, the egg or the chicken? Well, it's evident that the chicken can't survive without the egg. I mean, the egg can't survive without the chicken, providing warmth and protection for it. Mainly protection, because if you don't have protection, you could be warm in somebody else's belly. All that fucking matters. But so protection and warmth is what is offered to an egg by a chicken. So therefore, an egg needs a chicken to even become a chicken. A chicken does not need an egg. It's already the chicken that it came to be. Just a quick excerpt. I know a lot of people ask questions, but sometimes it's like common sense is in the question. What works, what doesn't, what systems are inside of the question that you're asking. I hope I don't sound crazy saying that, but it just is what it is. Like a chicken needs warmth and protection an egg needs warmth and protection to have the opportunity to become a chicken. And that's all I'm going to put on that. I'm not going to put a whole lot of energy on that one. But yeah. But I will say, that comes down to the sanctity, the specialness of human beings. And what I mean by that is, I'm rolling up a blunt as we speak. It comes down to a question of humanity, right? What came first, the baby or the adult? And that's actually a funny question. It's actually it's almost like a trick question of today's world. Because you could be wasting your time, lied to, and ignorant and empty inside. And your body has grown, but your mind, emotional intelligence, what you're used to, what you're exposed to, hasn't. So it hasn't evolved, grown, or been challenged. And therefore you have grown babies walking around. Big grown adult babies. And it's evident. Yeah, it is evident. It's all very evident. Ugh. You know, man, I hate this, man. Like I swear on a daily basis, I do not try to see problems, right? But there's so many fucking problems all around, man. So many problems, so many issues. In order to get past those, to finally not talk about them, to finally see how that forward motion to move outside of the storm, you know. Um, you know, 1 second. Finna flame this bitch up, even though I just knocked weed out. How did I do that? Oh, this is the wrong side. It's this side that's supposed to be. Look at that. Let's get that back in. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah. The reason I say a lot of what I say is because, what about the grown babies part is that I'm gonna speak for the melanin community, black and brown. This is probably not for white and Asian people. Some Asians are melanated, melanated. But anyway, if I'm not mistaken, a slight partial part of the white community is too. Not all of them. But anyway, here in the black community, I see it all the time. People don't know how to talk to each other. People don't know how to talk to people, right? And so many arguments, so many miscommunications, so much disruptiveness comes from it. You know, there are, people don't know how to talk to people. I mean, it's just that plain and simple. Before you even talk, you should be aware of how you feel. Before you even talk, you should be aware of where you're trying to aim the conversation. Like I think the main problem with a lot of conversations is that people blurt out thoughts and emotions without any purpose of where you're trying to take that thought and that purpose. Like, for example, if you're trying to fight somebody, we get it. If you're trying to make love to somebody, we get it. If you're trying to instruct somebody, we get it. Now, the tricky thing about life is that everybody is their own person. Meaning, let's say, like we were talking about emotions before. Let's say there's only 5 emotions in this world, right, to experience. Let's say, or even 3. Let's just say there's only 3 emotions to express in this world. The thing about the specialness of people is that a person personally expresses how they do what they do their way. So weirdly, one person's love could not look like another person's love. One person's hate could not look like another person's hate, and vice versa, you know? And it's not just about love, it's even jealousy or whatever the case may be, but everybody expresses and makes something looks different. But what I'm saying as far as about the miscommunication, I believe, in the black community, I don't really know about the Hispanic community. I know they have the fire and the passion and the emotional energy to to power toxicity within. They definitely do, and it's some there, and but I also believe that they also have culture and some togetherness, and they're there with each other a little bit more, so they can work things out to a degree. Plus, they have an entire language dedicated for them to communicate, just for them. So I don't foresee the same issues, but when you're under tyranny and just oppression of the white genome in general on this planet, to a degree, we all have to be honest about the world that we live in. It's not hate culture, it's just truth. Now, if you want to fight truth, well, you shouldn't be here, because there's evidence behind what I say. But yeah. But anyway, I believe that when people talk in the black community, I think before we open our mouths, sometimes as we talk, sometimes whatever, we should ask ourselves, what do I want out of this conversation? Where am I trying to go with this conversation? Most people know, because when you're balanced inside, it's not a question. It's just a smooth, rhythmic thing. But when you're unbalanced, and you're this and you're that, which my people in my community are, when you have trauma, when you have fears, just fear in general, fear is trauma. Trauma is just hoping that a fear doesn't happen again, or or just perpetuation or preparation of the next fear that you experience is what trauma is. Some people prepare for sex. Some people prepare for dinner. Some people prepare for bed. Some people prepare for war. Some people prepare for sports events. Some people prepare for, rock climbing or hiking. And then some people prepare for fear, and yeah. Whoa. Well, I take it out. No. But yeah. I just noticed people don't know how to talk to each other. People don't know how to express, and more importantly, people don't know what they want out of an interaction. I'll say it a little clearer. Out of an interaction. There we go. Out of an interaction, people don't know what it is that they want. And sometimes, she goes haywire. I'm gonna do my shout out segment. It's gonna be random. I want to give a shout out to Afion Crockett. Yeah, bro, I've been watching this shit over for a while, bro, and you're talented. I don't even think you're listening, so I'm just gonna, it's weird. But anyway, bro, it's talented. I listen to Afion. Oh, no, I listen to him, but I've watched him over the years, and he's been consistent. And I want you to know I see your work, bro. I do understand the tiers of things out there, so I see that you're not as, we always say it's big through exposure, but you're, I know you, so shout out to Afion Crockett. I would also like to say, shout out, I was about to, it's so crazy. All right, so look. I'm just going to say it as I was going to say it. Shout out to my man, Country Wayne, man. Now, the reason I say my man, I don't know Country Wayne. I'm dead ass serious. Like, I don't know Country Wayne. But, like, the man is hilarious, Joe. Like, but not only hilarious, he's genius. Like, y'all not understand. This man is pushing the notion of, like, he's teaching y'all in a way of how to do, of how to be. he may not. You know, one thing I think about Country Wayne. See, I don't know everything about Country Wayne. I'm not trying to sit up here and glorify anybody. But from what I see, is that uh, it shows that like relationships, like he's expanding it, the norms, the comforts, the what actually is, what's going on. Like it's like he damn near preaches emotional intelligence through showing it to you. He shows you emotional intelligence. I talk about emotional intelligence, and I respect that. And shout out to Country Wayne, man. Yo, yo. I gotta give a real shout out to an artist. Um, I'm a fan of an artist I listen to, um, and this artist, right? This artist is like a little near and dear to me, Joe. Like I'm trying to, I'm trying to, I'm trying to get it all out in the right way, right? So before I tell you this artist name, um, this artist, I don't know what it is. It's just the music I like. You know, yeah, the message, the story. You know, it's unfortunate what he's going through. But I think it's testament to the purpose and the will and force behind his existence to be here. Um, so yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm talking about a god. It's starting to sound like I am, but um, oh, what I was actually gonna say. So with this person, right? My mom is a Southern lady. She's from the South, and my mom left the South. Shortly after her late teens, she came. What, like 20s or something like that. She came to Chicago, and that's where she eventually had me, right? But one thing about my mom is that my mom's a very, she's from I guess the whole Bible Belt. She's very, like very, yeah. And so one thing about my mom is when she gets upset or things of that nature, whatever, she like she gets really Southern. Like like she talks like she talks. She doesn't have a thick accent or anything. But when she gets upset and she gets mad, then her talk just changes. Like she just sounds Southern. It's like a twang, everything. Like it's just weird. So what's funny is that she's always been that way my whole life, and even you know, I I talk weird on my own right. I feel like because I feel like I speak like a Northerner at times, but there is definitely Southern twang inside me, you know. And one thing about this artist, right, is that this artist hits something inside me that tingles with that part of myself that isn't as widely strong. Like, I don't know what it is about Southern hospitality, the Southern energy, but it's not like Northern energy. I don't know if people truly understand that. You know, like Southern hospitality and Northern Black mentality are so different. You know, like for example, in Southern culture, you all know each other on your blocks. You all know each other in your neighborhood. You all know it. You know, like I was watching Young Dolph well, that's what I'm talking about actually. But not only him, just like even other documentaries. Like, you know, I've seen, um, you know, like the dope boys know the little kids. The little kids know the basketball players. The basket, you know, in the hood. You know, know the parents. Know the church, and know the, you know, like everybody know it's a more of a communal living in Southern culture. People know each other. People, you know, share shit, food, cook pie. You know, send your mama this pie, give your mama this da 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 da. Send over this Jiffy, take your mama this sugar, give her this bread, yeah da 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 da. You know, whatever the case may be. That's where my mama came from. So here on the north side, things a little different. People, you know, people close and lock their door. Well, I'm gonna stay on southern. Like people like on and off the porch. People, you know, in and out of people's houses. I mean, not houses, but they front doors. You know, in southern. Like what I mean by that is, let me clear up my mind. And people are willing to leave their door unlocked. People are willing and understanding of more, you know, socializing. People on the south, they go to each other's houses and they visit each other more. They're outside more. They're just more connected, right? On the north side, and in the northern parts, it's not like that, you know. Uh, One of the biggest issues is that not anymore. It wasn't when I was a kid to a degree. Back in the 90s. Um, like, I was born in 90, FYI. But, um, like, now people don't even know their neighbor. People don't know a lot of people on their block. People stay to their four walls. Um, and, sadly, it's a much darker and colder nature north, where it's cold, and we keep our doors closed and locked here in the north side. Like people don't leave their back doors open. You know, um, you know, you even hear songs about backdooring. You know, like it's you know, it's not always. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's love here, by all means there is, but there's also treachery, just like there is you know, down south. I must admit, but I will say one thing: down south, even though y'all get gully and things of that nature, you know, niggas be reckless, niggas be ruthless, and I get it. Um, I think to a degree there's a certain sense of balancedness with that energy that comes from living an active life. But when you're in the northern parts, right? You gotta understand, shit goes skyrocket in the summertime, right? We're not used to that energy. When that energy come, everything is on 1,000, right? So the ruthlessness in other places that are warm and whatever, y'all are doing it in a balanced fashion and have respect and rules and shit with it to a degree. In colder places that have oppression and blah blah blah, you know the whole nine. When the summertime comes, you know, people be out and about. You also have to understand, like I said, a lot of people aren't emotionally intelligent. Like sometimes it goes beyond just your brain intelligence. It's like it's also about how you feel. Should you even be feeling it? Does it benefit you to even go down a thought, to even think and use your mind, your brain, the intelligence mind, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, like you're walking down the sidewalk, and I hope I didn't not touch on something. I'm just keep going. You're walking down the sidewalk, and a dog barks at you through a fence or through a window, Do you get on a 10 and go fight the dog? No, because like first of all, emotionally, you know that that's not even something to put your mind thought through. So therefore, you don't even put your brain intelligence on it. So emotional intelligence is an intelligence that sets you on a path of direction and aiming to a degree. Um, Again, shout out to Countryway. but but yeah, I feel like when these warmer months come and things get popping, y'all gotta understand in northern places when it's more summertime, shit, killings happen a lot, pregnancies happen a lot, everything happens a lot, right? But for other places, you take Texas, you take Florida, you take um, I don't know, Tennessee, all types of places like that. Montana, all places like Arizona. They're warmer. They're warmer longer. They're balanced. They're used to it to a degree. So it's not like spikes and people just going haywire all the time. I mean, it's possibilities of that. They can have the energy to do what they want, but they're more balanced with it, is what I'm saying. They're more used to it. And yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Hey, let me say something. First of all, this is the ninth episode, right? Just to do some clarifications, um, and some, not necessarily apology, but maybe a slight cleanup. But I want to say for those that are listening, um, I do apologize, and I did take those sponsorships off. I just I felt differently about the whole issue, so I did clean those up. Like I said, it's not that I won't do any. I'll do some that makes sense, and I want to do it in a way where like it works for what we do. That's the most important thing for me. I want it to be as if nothing is changing. You know what I mean? And when it happens, and you'll hear it, in there. But I definitely want to, partner and get some business with things I support, things I do, things are part of my life that I do in my life, and things that I would like to, highlight, perpetuate the right things, the correct things, the things I would like to see in the world. So those are things that I would like to do. Those are things I like to get a part of. Those are things I will get a part of. But yeah, but I just want you all to know I do want to keep this dope, for shit, really for me. I started this thing. Actually, not for me. I started this thing because I had nothing else, or I felt like I had nothing else. So it was just boom, here it is. So I don't know what that means. Maybe I have to listen to that. But more importantly, I do value the listenership. Um, I was about to say some shit. I was about to say, I'm not about to sit up here and give y'all a weird. Alright, I'm not gonna say that. Another thing I have to worry about. Well, actually, I shouldn't, man. I want to be able to speak my mind. I am. Fuck it. I'm just gonna speak. I don't mean any malice. I don't mean any hate by anybody. I just wanna. So I'll do that. But yeah. I view you all. What I was about to say was I don't have to respect you all like Joe Budden from whatever. But I was like, I don't have to say that. And then I felt like that would stir something. But at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck. But I'm not. It's all love on my end. It's just a joke. But yeah. Yeah. I value being able to talk to people. You know what I mean? And then what's even dope is that people value what it is that I'm saying. All right. And that in itself to me is tantalizing. Like, like, like I don't know. It's not that I doubt myself. I'm completely aware, but it's just very telling. What hits who? You know what I mean? Like, it's very telling when you take away my face, when you take away my body, when you take away a lot of things. Um, I guess I'm harder to accept. Well, not just me. I think sometimes maybe a lot of people um, are more receptive when their eyes are closed via what this is. Not saying your eyes are closed. It could be. I don't know. But um, usually my eyes are open when I'm listening to a podcast, unless I'm really about to go lay down, which is cool. I ain't tripping over that either. But um, yeah, I value this. So the fact that you all put value in this as well, um, it lets me know that, man, okay, all right, let me fire it. Let me just keep going. Let me, it motivates me. So, plus, I think it's always dope that people have a place to go. I want to treat this like a planet. Like, this is our planet. Where Earth is all the way over there. You gotta look in this telescope. It's that little blue dot over there. Like, we are on our planet. And I think I want that feeling. I want that understanding that I don't care if I gotta even create that overall setting, mental setting of what we have. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I definitely do appreciate it. And also, I do apologize. I left it upstairs, but on my next podcast, I definitely will. I'm just giving out free promo as of right now, or as of forever, for just all black businesses that I see up and about. If I see any resonates with me, I get a card, and I'll give them a shout out here. I actually got a card a couple of days ago from this lawn care company here in Chicago. It was a black gentleman with, I believe, his son, I want to say. And I got his card. My dog tried to chew it up, but I have the card, and I will plug it next time. And I do have some things that I, in the works, so I'm just gonna let things play themselves out. I'm not going to sabotage anything, and just let life go and let life manifest. I will say, in the last episode, for what I was saying, I did get a chance to make those moves that I wanted to. So I'm just, I'm marinating. I'm working on some material, and I'm keeping my head afloat. And yeah, I'm trying to stay energized. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to build up. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to charge up. I'm trying to recharge hard. I'm trying to recharge hard. I'm trying to, I don't know if we talked about this here, but semen retention. I'm trying to get my semen retention hard. I'm trying to make sure, I stretch, make sure my blood flows, my cerebral fluid flows. I open up my hips. Stretch my legs, stretch my back, open my back up, open my shoulders and chest, stretch my arms, rotate my neck, and make sure my squats and just resistance training. Walk my dogs more, drink more water, try my best to speak lighter, be the best version of myself, be more respectful, and it's not that, fuck that. I'm always respectful. That's what I lead with. I guess sometimes like a waiver based off what you were talking about, but lead off with control and awareness. I work on those things and stay on those things. I see an incline in quality of body, quality of feeling, and just quality of life. And that's what I want. I want quality. You know, I think we all want quality. I almost started to go into a way of thinking. I stopped it. I just want to think differently. I like wishing, but I also like creating with tangible thoughts and skillful, useful knowledge. So um, yeah, yeah. Hey, shout out to those that watch Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Shout out to those, man. Like, I feel like Dragon Ball Z, it hits the heart in so many ways for a select few. Um, just because overall, I really see it as teaching value of self. Like Goku's biggest weapon is himself. His energy is himself. Everything, is himself. Um, and understanding that about yourself is or seeing things in that way. Seeing yourself as the the parent. I know that's not a word, or maybe it is. But like seeing yourself as the emitter of power, not the 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 siphoner of power. Not saying you need a ring to be this way, or you need the sun to be this way, or you need a spell to be this way, or you need this herb to be this way, or you need this to be this way, or you need this serum to be this way. Or you gotta get hit by this cosmic storm to be this way. No. The greatness of the greatness is in you because it's you. And I think that's what the deepest parts of Dragon Ball Z shows that a lot of people like within it, because they see formations and different versions of themselves that they could attain, because it's different forms in Dragon Ball Z of power, and it's funny when you look at Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if I don't know. I don't make everything about race, but I just think it's very funny in Dragon Ball Z how the premise of the hair is basically resembles dreadlocks of black people. But yet Goku, and it's also funny that Goku and Vegeta are so-called aliens from a different planet, but they're white skin origin, but not really though, right? So if you look, Vegeta's paler or white compared to Goku's tan, with this a tint of brownness to him. But both are, I guess, of Asian descent, looking to a degree. But their hair and the things that they show are definitely of black culture, which is, I don't know. I got a weird thing I want to talk to y'all about. I don't know if it's weird, but it's just this thing that It's a real question, and it's something that I talked to my girlfriend about, and it's something that I have questioned. Oh, here's my letter, and it's something that I think might happen, like on some real shit. But I got a question though. Okay, so my question to you is, gear up, prepare yourself. This is a real question. You ready? If the moon cracked, do you think we would hear it? Like a big ass crack. If a big ass crack went down the center of the moon, or any part of the moon, would we on Earth hear it? You know, a part of me feels like the moon will explode or something will happen to the moon. And a part of me also feels like the moon is it's almost like the moon is naturally unnatural, which I guess means it's unnatural. So I guess I shouldn't say that, but it's what I'm used to. It's what they say the world is, what the world is used to, you know. But when you think about the moon, it's proven that the moon controls things here in the world, on the planet, through electromagnetic waves, lunar waves, the moon. So it's proven that it affects the water on this planet. We are water. And from the oceans to the human body, all is affected. You know? So I really feel like the moon puts like a glaze over the planet. But I wonder what happens when that glaze isn't there. I don't know, I'm just thinking. I do know there's other planets with moons, and there's some planets with multiple moons. So they say. I haven't gone up there to see myself. I did see there was a star or something that showed itself about 5 months ago. I can't remember which one that was. I want to say maybe Jupiter or some shit. Was it Jupiter? I think it was Jupiter. Yeah. I remember when everybody thought they were going to get powers on December 21st. I didn't think that. You know what I was thinking? Let me give you my explanation of why there could be divinity in love. To love is to accept, to magnate, to completely connect to, right? You can love anything, no matter what it is. You can love something evil. You can love something whatever. You're completely connected to it. That's what love is. Now, we're not talking about what it looks like. We're talking about what it is. So, love allows you to, love is lighter. Love is accepting. Love doesn't have a fight back, a disruptiveness. It's not being rambunctious. It's very inviting. It's flowy. It's damn near translucent. It's like, yeah. So when you love, your body is intense. Your mind is intense. Your emotions is intense. You're in a very relaxed state, right? When you're in fear, you're in a difference. Your muscles are tense. Your mind is tense. Your thoughts are tense, right? So love allows you to accept, right? The reason I didn't believe that people were getting powers on such and such is because of love. And I'll tell you why, what I mean by that. I believe that the universe is very intelligent and not stupid, right? So the universe isn't going to give something to somebody that will hurt the universe, right? So if you were to get powers, right, what would you do with those abilities? What would you do with those powers? What would you do? Now, for example, in order to fully vibrate at a very high state, you have to be at a very wholeness in mind, wholeness in spirit, wholeness in body. But see, the thing is, the duration of earth, the duration of life, takes away, breaks away, grinds, hurts, steals, bites, snaps, takes a little piece. Over time, you're not whole. Right? So, in order to be whole, once you're whole, then you're a benefit. You aren't a benefit to the universe, incomplete and partial. Or you're a whole of something else, just non-beneficial to the universe. Even though the universe is everything, but the universe also has direction. The universe isn't the old universe. It killed its old self to be something new. It always changes. Just like a mindset or a brain, nothing stays the same. It always moves forward to a degree and expands, becomes what it was and more, and then what it was and more, and then more, and then a continuation of that forever. Until something is learned and there's no need to even go through that cycle anymore. But again, to these powers, if you're a thief, if you're a rapist, if you're a pain ensuer, if you're just unbalanced, not even the fact we can call you names, if you just do things that are unreasonable and you have no control of yourself, depending on what it is. Some people are alcoholics, so it doesn't really matter. It's just the swaying and the subduing of energy. But if you aren't balanced, if you don't think like, my girl told me that, you have to think like, if anything, yeah. How can you accept? How can the world, the sun, the universe give you any ray of power and you aren't balanced? You aren't ready. You will cause pain. You will cause hurt. I'm not saying there isn't hurt and pain that the universe wants, but certain hurt and pain and growth is directed in certain directions. There's all different calibers of everything. But yeah. So basically, if you want powers, if anything, you better work on you. That's all I'm saying. You better be something that the world actually wants, something that the people want, something that the animals want, something that the air wants, something that the water wants, something that the planet wants, something that the space wants, something that the isotopes wants. You have to be something that is wanted, something that is therefore understood that is needed, and therefore maybe power is given. But it's a journey. I think once you get power, you can always lose power. And once you get power, you have to maintain power. And once you maintain power, you have to learn to expound upon power. And see, power, we're talking about power from actual literal having powers and ability terms, not this fake ass, whack ass human power over other people and ego shit. That whack ass baby like child like representation of black divinity. Fuck that, of melanin divinity. I believe this world will see something new though. That's on some another episode type shit. What? Who knows? Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Oh shit. Let me try that again. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Alright, that was cool. Hey, now hey, so real talk, I do want to do some voiceovers. I want to do I think I'd be a dope Batman. Yeah, I could be a dope Batman. But no, when I was a kid, there was this it was always movies or John Travolta and Steven Seagal. And there was this fuck, am I forgetting it? Oh yeah. So it'd be this voiceover guy for the advertisement for the movie. The reason I just say advertisement so weird like that is because my mom says advertisement, and that shit just be like jumping in my mind at certain times. Like, Mom, why are you saying advertisement? Like, it's advertisement. But anyway, fuck it, I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, it goes like this. So it'll be for a movie, but I can't remember what movie it is. But this is like a general whatever. It'll be like John Travolta, Steven Seagal in The Catch, and that shit was just like, I don't know why that shit just stuck with me, Joe. I used to always say that shit. But anyway, I'm tripping. But yeah. Yeah, we here, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to all the beautiful lilies out there. Shout out to beauty and people in general. I believe that's something to be appreciated across the board, across genders. No homo when I say that. I mean, I'm just talking about humanity is a beautiful thing. It is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying people necessarily. I mean, if you work on you and you got, people can admire what you are. And yes, you can be beautiful. And I guess other people just, we're not in a world used to that. Me personally, I'll be honest with you. If a guy told me I was beautiful, we'll get back to that. I'm not that grown. You know what? Fuck it. Let me push myself. Let me do it. Look, I wouldn't enjoy a man telling me I'm beautiful, but I'll say this. Usually as guys, we don't say that. And even if we do, we'll be like, nice, whatever, whatever the case may be. But, I think that's a little bit too much. I think you just keep it moving. And I don't really think it even comes, on some real shit, I was thinking, as a guy, it was so weird, right? This is so weird. This is so weird. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Or maybe it's just how you can tell somebody is straight, or I don't know. Maybe whatever. So what I'm saying is that from my perspective, I cannot tell if a guy is physically attractive to a woman, right? But sometimes a guy could could know if a guy could get with a certain woman. If you get what I'm trying to say. So you could be like, oh, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, so you could be watching TV with a lady, and she could tell you that a dude on TV looks good, or blah, whatever the case may be. And then when you watch the TV, you can ask her, is this guy, and then she'll say yes or no, whatever the case may be. But like, it's hard to gauge, sometimes, and you're going off what you think is attractive. But sometimes, as me, I don't know what an attractive guy looks like, and I know that may sound weird and all, but I think that's just me not thinking a guy is beautiful at the end of the day. So that's why that's why I'm saying that, because like, that's a weird phenomenon to me. Like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, women, they have the ability to say, oh yeah, she's beautiful, she's this. But yeah, girls aren't stupid. Yeah. Sometimes I think because the world has pit women against each other, they look at each other from such a competitive standpoint rather than a sisterhood standpoint. I think the sisterhood standpoint is second nature to them. I think they fight for that, even though they know that that's what they should be on. So it's something that women have to fight for rather than it just being what it should be. I really do. If I could say something, FYI again, I usually I say beautiful lilies. Try to stay away from certain words just because I feel like we have subconscious just triggering words due to how just things have been over. Yeah. So beautiful lilies. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is, this sisterhood with women, or this way that women should be able to be in the way of, is due to an imbalance of, I feel, masculine energy. I feel like men have degraded women. Men have catalyzed women. Men have objectified women to the point that women have, in some ways, in the energetic level, failed to a level of that's beneath them, right? But the funny thing is that it's almost like the slave and the master complex, is that men know how powerful women are. Men know how powerful women are. Not all women and not all men, but what I'm saying is that women are divine, godly creatures. Matter of fact, I don't even want to say creature, because I feel like creature is something that is created, and a woman is a creator. I think we're all still creations, but what I'm saying is that I believe that this competitiveness between women that shouldn't be is created by what we've put in, and we're wrong for that. I believe that it's a time, in order for everybody to be completely satiated in life, the woman has to be not worship, but damn near worship, but put up, respected, soaked, healed, bathed, massaged, fed, protected, shielded, nurtured, in every way. I believe when we live in a world, in a society where women's breasts are free, where women can teach and tend and spend time with their children, free of a bill, free of anything, but yet they have the ability and the opportunity to learn in laboratories at their home and their community, to have artillery, to teach their children how to plant, to teach their children how to climb, how to whatever, how to fight, how to, whatever the case may be. I believe women are beautiful creatures that need to be opened up. Women can do so much more than just give birth. Women can do so much more than, women are active creatures. Women want to get out there and with you and do. They are a part of the mission. Women are more than what, women see things in a way that we don't and can't. And we see things in a way women don't and can't. And when both are truly connected, without fear, without trying to hold back things from each other, there's a oneness in vision, where there's a forward motion of just growth and expansion, and a blast in a etheric way that just expounds and grows both and gives a life to both that pushes and works. And ultimately, a man's nature is a man's nature. Ultimately, a woman's nature is a woman's nature. The thing is today is that the problem of today is that people's minds are programs and people aren't aware of it. This is the thing. Your body is hardware. Your mind is software. The two should be aligned and connected. The connection is your spirit. I say that because there's a lot of misleading of people not understanding what and who they are. And I didn't really want to talk about this because everybody stays away from this, but I want to talk about homosexuality, right? One thing I've seen is that I want to tread lightly, but I want to speak fully, and I want to speak completely. And to be honest, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because this could be a circle of things. But I'm gonna say this: it's not that I believe in the Ifar. Everything happens for a reason. It's just that when something happens, you work with what it is and you understand other things, and other things are opened up from other things opening up, and it's a ripple effect. So if you catch on to the rhythm of the pattern, then you understand that everything happens for a reason. Even though that reason can always change, and everything can always change. That's why there's always Iwi, I. It is what it is. So what I mean by that is, I notice people say, I was born in the wrong body. I literally read, I was looking for an apartment for a roommate, and somebody said that they were born with a birth defect, and they were born as a female, and they're going through the transition to be a male. And when I read that didn't make any sense to me. And I really wanted to message this person and be like, all right, are you aware of how confused you are? But for me to do that, it comes off away, right? But I would never do that because I don't have the energy or the fucking mindset to do that. I'm just talking. But what I'm saying is that, when you're in a delusion, who's able to tell you you're in a delusion? When you're doing what you say feels good, do you understand that feeling is a derivative of sight? Meaning, what feels good to you is based off how you even see things. And how you even see things can be altered and not even in your best interest. I think the reason I say a lot of what I'm saying is because of this. I've seen a lot of people waste their lives. I've seen a lot of people go in the wrong directions. I've seen a lot of people put a lot of energy in creating paths that lead to places that weren't fulfilling to them, right? But at the end of the day, Not everybody knows how to be. And it's a very hard thing to be when you're broken, when you're everybody is a vibe, right? Everybody is a vibration. A vibration. Everybody is a vibration. But see, the thing is, every vibration has different levels. It's like an onion. There's a center core, just like the planet. The planet down there itself is a vibration. But every core of a vibration is just a ball of energy, of pure energy. It's not a wave. But everything outside of it is a wave, just like an onion. So some people, the reason a lot of people can't be is because their core inside is broken, and it ripples and it flashes in the middle of who they are. And some people are very strong in the core and don't flash, ripple, or jitter at all, and they shine and bright and hard. And it comes out as to who and what they are and how they emit what they are and who they are. So it's like a lot of people are not whole, like I said before. A lot of people are broken. And then a lot of things that happens is that the world, we do things to not only break each other down, but we do things to break ourselves down. We live in death culture, even though we could live way longer. And it's not even about living longer. It's about living fulfilling. How long is long? How short is short? How long is short? How short is long? Who knows what is what if you're not counting and you're just being? But I don't know. Or maybe I do. You know, I feel like this world, when we get back to the woman being respected, the woman being appreciated, the woman being held up. I want to use selective words because I don't want to sound like I'm some new cult or sound like I'm misleading people to go do whatever, go worship this. No, I'm not saying that. I don't really think. I think those type of words can be dangerous. I think things are serious, but things have to be understood until the seriousness is understood. But I also believe, as of right now, there's oppression. There's a lot just not being done correctly. I believe every time, every moment we continue to grow in the wrong direction. And I feel so crazy because it's like I'm sitting here in a world where people are moving in the wrong direction, and I don't know how to tell people to stop, right? And to be honest, if we stopped, we would see that every time a child is born, they're born into a world where they see people hiding their body, right? Imagine if everybody was born into a world where everybody was naked. Imagine a world where we lived in places that were warmer. We lived more in nature and technology in a communal type way. Imagine if we traveled more, all free-based energy, free-based time. As people, we traveled through technology and cleanliness in our own ways and rhythms. You know, we traveled and like nomads. We can go on different lands at different times through different seasons. And it's true. It's not winter everywhere. It's not summer everywhere. You can get a chance to see the entire planet with built upon technology and freedom and understanding of energy and life and respect for it and love for it, and just to be able to be. We don't have that opportunity. We don't. And like I said, even with the strength and the representation of a woman's breast, the freedom of a woman's nipple. I've talked about it before, but a woman's breast is a representation of life. We cover up and hide life. We hide life, and then we show everything else. Why is it that we can show our face, but we can't show a woman? You know, like, your face is a very personal thing. Your breast is a very personal. Your body is a very personal thing in general. But we are built into oppression on so many levels. To the point, let me show you like this. In a world, a woman should be able to get up and go inside, walk into any grocery store with no shirt on, right? In a perfect world in heaven, a woman can walk into a grocery store. Not saying they have to eat. A woman can walk into public or around others bare without any spiritual clothes on. And that same weirdness, right? That same thing. All right, let's take COVID, right? This whole world, if you go inside a grocery store without a mask on, even if you get past security or whatever, people around you look at you and make you feel like you're an alien, and they about to all turn into Agent Smith on your ass. So it's like that same element happens when just the reality of a woman. Now somebody would say, well, a man can't walk into a business system. Now, granted, that's true. But that's also another thing. When you talk about cleanliness, when you talk about that shit is really embedded. You know, you talk about, well, people say, well, that's just unclean. You should, your body, you're this, you're that, right? Okay. Your body is only everything that you eat, right? Now, granted, I'm not saying people should be in there with feces and shit. That's not what I'm saying. But imagine a grocery store with instead of the, I don't know, whatever type of hardwood floor not hardwood, hard polymer or whatever floor that they have. Imagine it being fresh, soft, nutrient dirt, and people walked in there barefoot. And imagine instead of like aisles, they were like bush aisles with fruits and things just ready to be picked and always growing. And if they have to, they literally bury in another tree right there and pull that one out and put, and let that one grow somewhere else to restocks another, whatever it may be. And like, we could do this life so much different. There would be no germs. There would be no of that nature. Things would be much more earth-based. And I'm not saying this would always be the case, but I'm saying we could work with some stuff. We could change up some things. Not everything has to be so disconnected. But who can think like that? Who can push that notion? I believe that men's minds are unbalanced. And the most balanced thing in the world is two breasts and your eyes. You have two eyes. The only balanced thing you can do is look at two breasts. It makes sense to me. You can look at two eyes as well. A woman gets to look at your body, and a woman should be able to. I also believe that, like I said previously, just being naked physically changes the mentality of people. To be honest, like if you show, people see the size of your penis. People see what your vagina looks like. People see what your thighs look like. People see what your back looks like. People see what your chest and your stomach looks like. What do you have to lie about at that point? You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. It's just like, it's just dimensions. If we want honesty, we have to be honest with ourselves. And to be honest, just the clothing of us holds us back. I don't know if people really truly understand this. But if we really had a world of, it's not even nudity. See, the thing is, we say nudity, but it's just normality. We're born this way. We clothe the dead. That's weird. Like, you don't need clothes. You don't need a suit. You don't need a dress. You don't. Like, we do these things for beauty standards. But no, they were oppression standards to a degree. Like, me personally, if I really take it back, I believe a long time ago, there were melanated specimens with muscular physiques, with gorgeous physiques, that wore energetic spiritual jewelry. And I believe that through the means of minerals and golds and things of that nature, they were able to harness energy into their body, into the darkness of the skin, through their surroundings. Being that they could either stay energized all the time, being that whatever the case may be, they could manipulate, work with the elements, energies around them easier. They could be more electrified internally, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like we came from something like that. Something of just naked, dark-skinned bodies with gold on them that could potentially even have the ability and the control of the electromagnetism within their body and around their body field, to even the connection of the Earth's magnetic core, to the point they could even repel or levitate. And I don't know, but I would say if these people had high brain functioning frequency energy, then they would be able to communicate and pass thought, because our brain emits waves anyway. You have to emit a wave to even open up your mouth, to even talk out that wave, right? But I believe there's different levels of everything. There's water, there's vapor, there's snow, there's steam. Well, steam and vapor damn near are the same thing. But yeah. I don't know. I hope we had a good episode. I'm enjoying this. I really am. And I'm learning. I feel like I got a lot inside, and I just like to let it flow and come. Just a young old dude, or old young dude. Hey, but again, I want to have a reminder segment. The reminder segment. Oh, yeah. Let me say something. So, I am an independent. I was about to say independent contractor, which I am basically. But I do want to say, being on my independence and and enjoying the journey, enjoying this podcast, enjoying what we do, enjoying just trying my best to enjoy everything, enjoy the listenership, enjoy listening back to my podcast, and even myself, I enjoy listening. Weirdly, I learn from myself, and I didn't even know that was possible. Well, yeah, I did. I make music. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just I feel like I enjoy this. I'm thankful. I like to keep it moving, and just build upon what we do and get it cracking. More importantly, as this is being an independent contract, I still keep saying that shit. This being an independent podcast. Thank you. I do want to give out my PayPal link, where you can always support, give donations, and I greatly and graciously appreciate and accept those. You can catch me on PayPal at Wickush. That is WICKUSH. Again, that is at W as in win, I as in ice, C as in capitalize, K as in Kush, U as in usually, S as in serenity, H as in Herbert. That's my the almost said some shit, but I didn't. But yeah, but yeah. I definitely appreciate the support by all means. Before we get out of here, I do want to say um, that what do I want to say? What I want to say. You can catch me on Twitter. My Twitter is at mycool_BHC. Again, that's MYCOOL_BHC. B is in boy, H is in heaven, C is in creation. B is in beautiful, H is in human, C is in creation. I'm just playing. But yeah, so check me out. Again, look up Haritaki. I hope you all been doing some research. I hope you all been reading. Look up Moringa. I hope you all been doing some research. Hope you all been doing some reading. Just get in tune with just the electromagnetic spectrum and just energy in general. I myself, I need to go and touch up on some things. And make sure you stretch out there. Make sure you're drinking some good water. Make sure you make somebody smile. Smiling is medicine. Smiling is definitely medicine. Laughter is medicine. So take your time, and before you attempt to enjoy others, enjoy yourself first, because it's all a part of everything. Yeah. Your dreams, your goals, your missions, your personal shit, your projects. Work on them. Balance your energy. Respect yourself. And I don't say these things to confuse you, because sometimes people take words and they go off and do egregious shit. No. Take the respect yourself back. I'm not saying to respect yourself. Do as you see fit. But sometimes saying that to people puts a battery in people's back to go do stupid shit. And that's not what I'm saying or even trying to mean. I don't want no misunderstandings. But nobody knows your life like you. So take your time. No matter what you're going through. I definitely wish I could help and assist. And by all means, you can always contact, send in messages, questions, whatever the case may be. I'll definitely put my mind to it. And keep it anonymous, of course. I got you. You ain't got to worry about that. Understand it ain't over yet. I say this because I come from a place of a half empty cup perspective, and that's a lighthearted way of saying it. But I do know change is gonna come, man. Like, shout out to Pops. Y'all don't know Pops. Pops is this older gentleman. Pops is like 78, and Pops gives me game, man. Me and Pops, we talk. Not as much as we used to. One thing about Pops is he's very interesting. Pops is something that Pops is he's just a walking testament, man. He shows you, he's something you can learn from him talking and him doing. You know what I mean? Like, just like any man should. I think every man just wants to just teach. Real talk. Well, I ain't gonna say wants to teach. Not every man wants to teach. Not every man wants to teach. Not every man wants to teach. I take that back. I'll be honest. Sometimes there's certain things I myself don't want to teach, or don't feel like I should. You know, and I guess that comes with just levels of progression of maturation. But at the end of the day, there has to be an understanding of patience, an understanding that it took you time to learn what you learned. It takes other people's time to what they learn, and at the end of the day, we're all in this journey together until we meet death. So you can have all that tightness and be all whatever, but where you got to go, what are you trying to hop into the next breath, the next moment, the next second, a little bit quicker? No, you can't. So relax. You know, I'm gonna end it up off that one. Y'all made me go through I didn't even finish my damn tea, man. Shit got cold. I never let my tea get cold, man. That ain't even my stilo, you know. Man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Y'all stretch, be your best selves. I'll be back. You know it. Shit, man. Again, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all keep me in your energetic wavelengths. Keep me in your energetic wavelengths. Again, you know, I definitely would love to be back with you all. I want to make some moves. I want to keep my energy up. I want to make some moves, man. I like that term, man. You ain't got to tell everything you're doing. Because sometimes, you know, you don't even know everything you're doing, but you just got to, you know, be patient with yourself and get it together, you know. And, yeah. And I definitely got that going. So I don't have to worry in those terms. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Y'all be easy. Keep your head up. This, that, by the way. You know what I'm saying? In case some of y'all ain't know. You know now. By all means, please share, man. Tell people about the pod, man. Like, let's get more people in the conversation. You know what I mean? Again, the chicken came before the egg. The egg needs to be warm. Even when the egg is hatched, the chicklet needs to be fed baby worms, little insects, whatever the fuck the case may be, to even grow up to become a chicken. And it needs to be protected, and it needs to be guided, and it needs to be taught how to move as a chicken, because if not, it'll just walk into a crocodile's mouth and be eaten. So therefore, we know that the chicken came before the egg, and